Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
The back of Morgan there, but won't be too impactful. Lucid is getting closer to level 6, and he can make a much larger impact. Obviously, Young J 3-6, really tough for him to, balloon if he gets some gank opportunities, as he is looking for Morgan right now.
Yeah, bit of pressure, but that's Meganar, and he's going to go in onto Lucid, who is just going to be taken down. Lucid not respecting the Meganar, goes in, gets punished. Palu comes up as well, and that's going to be first blood for the Giga Chats.
I mean, this is a great start for Bro, to be totally honest. I mean, Fate was under a lot of pressure, but wasn't forced to flash. Ends up maintaining CS parity with Showmaker. Top side, the Gnar is winning the matchup, gets the Mega. They bait him. Speaking of baiting,
yeah, Palu just going to go in there. They threw the bowling ball in, and they said, well, they're probably not in that brush. But they were, and Palu died. So DK were...
So what do we do? Bowling ball misses, so they clearly they're not there, right?
Bowling ball cleared it out. They're diving mid as Fate's in a lot of trouble. He is ticking down, and down he will go to Showmaker, who already has 4 stacks, and is dancing his clone in front of Young J and Palu. Lucid, meanwhile, not having the most fun time in the early game. He does not have flash, and there's a Poppy on him, but no steadfast presence. The bowling ball is going to miss. There goes the buckler, chucked into Lucid, and in goes Palu, but he can't quite get the kill. Moham, though, might have to pay for it, does flash away. And a very long chase, but everybody gets away.
Yeah, it looks like that will remain the case, although aiming is caught here.
So he's like, well, I just got to get away from him. He's too strong.
Lucid's going to get this Dragon, which is going to be some additional stats here for Showmaker.
Hex Soul.
Ooh, Hex Tech.
You also said viable before.
I know.
I didn't want to say anything, but, with a What was that? What did I just see?
All right.
You're dead.
I'm a pro lever now, Valdez.
Look at him.
I've seen it all. I've seen no vision here. He's completely caught out. Morgan's able to crush over the wall, and over here.
Okay, they're trying to kill first mate Fate, and he will be going down. Another kill into the hands of Showmaker, as that is the one thing that hasn't...
We're going back to this one.
Oh, no.
어때? 봐볼래?
Let's go
what do you think? Let's go for it.
나왔어? 나 공 털긴 했는데.
He doesn't comment on the flash.
Well, Maham's dead again, by the way.
Yeah.
We do have a Hextech Drake that now is going to go into the hands of Bro. I do feel like a lot of DK/Showmaker teams really struggle when they are the big favorite, because things just get a little bit too messy.
They really do. And again, Bro have taken this team out many times. They took them out to go to playoffs. I think it was in 2022 summer. And big upset when they played against them in playoffs, and unfortunately for them did not win said playoffs match, but it was a very cool rematch. Bro, still 1,000 gold behind LeBlanc and has his ultimate, so I don't think they can really catch him. Well, not a 4th time.
Not again! This time, Lucid will go in, and Palu is, well, he's level 6. The rest of the team just left him to die, and now the TP comes in for Mini-Gnar. There's no Drake here or anything, so we're just fighting between the two supports. Just posturing, I guess.
Yeah, Kingen is just chilling in the top lane, doesn't care.
I actually applaud it. But if it's just on the map randomly and only used for disengage 95% of the time, generally not a fan. As Morgan is going to be forced to flash, actually gets hit by the engage barrel this time. As aiming is going in, he really wants to get this one down, but now he's just going to be slept, as will the GP. Here comes Lucid again, but this is looking good for the Bros as the ult comes down. Kingen is on the run, and Lucid is just being ticked down here by Young J, who is super fast. We got a TP coming in as well. Fate looking to collect up on the top side, and these two are just pretty much dead. Down will go Kingen, and down will go Lucid.
Showmaker's just not here. Doesn't commit a TP to the play. They don't match. That will be Bro expending some big tools, but absolutely worth it. They can start Baron at 21 minutes now. Showmaker is not in position. Bomb is relatively nearby, but alone can't get anything done. These death timers are just too long. I think this one is just straight up gone. There's the TP from Showmaker. Let's see if he can carry this one. 2v5.
Oh, he's almost got aiming with him as well. Palu gonna charge away from the chains, and here comes aiming. That's 1 kill, and everybody's up against the wall. They're all going down. The Baron is going to be secured by first mate Fate, but that's all he's going to be able to do. As nice blast going to get away from that one. Young Take going in, but he's being chased down by the Zeri. Very fast here is the Lilia, but eventually does just get chased down. So many kills are collected by DK by the end of it.
Pretty deep, but teleport does come through. In live, though, Moham going in.
I guess we're just killing Palu once again, as he is in a really rough spot here. The only question is who's going to get the kill. It's going to be King after the flash. Here comes Showmaker. Once more stacks. He already has 10, so he's going to need to build
Gauge hourglass about
the
this.
show begin.
Morgan and crew are here. He's got a Narbar. This looks like soul point for Bro, and they will take it. The negatives. But they're going to siege up this mid turret.
Yeah, they should be able to get this mid-tier 1, especially because Showmaker is really just embracing the side lane.
First kill, Moham is stunning people down, and Fate is just barely able to secure this one, and Hexgate out is over here.
Uh-oh, Palu once again, just free food, gonna be taken down. That's the 6th death on the Poppy. They just keep finding him, and he's like, no, it's fine, I got Keeper's Verdict, I've got, you know, Steadfast Presence, I'm Poppy.
Half of the deaths across both teams are the supports. It's not been their greatest day. It was Moham who was getting picked a lot early. Now it's more on the Palu side. As these teams are ruthless. I mean, it's a pick comp for Dplus, so it does make sense that if you do get caught and you don't have Steadfast Presence, or you only have one Steadfast Presence, that the death cap is so expensive. In today's economy, I mean, look, Showmaker's not made of money, okay, Valdez?
True, yeah. I think you should go Magize as well. The sleep is going to come down onto him and Lucid. Moham's just kind of here. He's like, hey guys, I thought we were fighting. And chasing down Showmaker is Youngjae. Showmaker goes back in, goes into the Zhonya's, but he is absolutely dead. 900 gold picked up by the jungler of Bro. Meanwhile, Kingan was just kind of pushing. Didn't drop a cannon barrage, didn't bother to. And that's going to be the wave clear coming out once again. Samber very good at doing exactly that.
Yeah, I don't know if the cannon barrage would have really saved Showmaker there. Well-timed W coming out from Youngjae as the zone is
the mimic chains that come out is like, well, now you're dead.
Yeah.
As Kingan, he's got his cannon barrage now, but man, Youngjae's doing insane amounts of damage right now. Kingan, very nice flash, by the way. Very showy in that one, able to get away from Morgan. Meanwhile, his team able to pick up tier 1.
Morgan doesn't have his Gnar anymore. This is super frustrating for BRION here, as Aiming's just starting this one up.
Oh, we got Showmaker on the flank. He's outside of the bush. He's just going to show himself to Fate, who does take an insane amount of damage. There goes Kingan flying, as it might just be a straight-up flip, as Youngjae not going to get it. Lucid does pick it up, and immediately Youngjae dies. Showmaker gets in the backline. It's 3 kills for DK just like that, plus the dragon.
Yeah, that's the denial of the soul that they needed. I think if Dplus ended up so frustrating to deal with.
Yeah. Don't forget Moham. Sitting in the banana brush, always a threat. They're like, hey, we can't really enter that brush. We really need to get presence there, but they just couldn't because it was Moham and Aiming just there the whole time, as Showmaker just going to be maybe 100-0 here as he hops back, and he's not hopping anywhere else. Down he will be taken as, you know, Showmaker will play with his food. He always will.
Yeah, it might be selling the Dark Seal for a death cap.
It's just so expensive, Wolf. In this economy,
I mean, you know, we are getting, like, Showmaker is probably like, you know, look, I'm going to get a raise.
You take in a little bit of gold along the way. Even if you're not farming, everybody will be stronger later on.
Yeah, I mean, right now he doesn't he's not full build. And if he's able to just survive long enough to get more money, he will.
Okay, so Moham's here for some reason. Kingan is also going to get ulted as he throws down the cannon barrage. This is a very messy fight, but now Aiming just going to be ulted away. And Showmaker TP'd into this one. I'm like, yeah, let's bring it.
This is somewhat in between both of our theories about how Dplus.
That's a good one. We should use that from now on.
It's a pretty good term.
Definitely never heard that before.
Yeah, no, like, we haven't used it in a while because it hasn't always been fitting, but I think this is the game.
Yeah. And even though it is, you could just do that and then take Baron instead.
Yeah. No IE for Kingan in this game. He's just going a little bit more safety. Consider how much he's been bullied. I think the shield bow makes sense. We'll eventually get that LDR. And that's going to be the big spike that
you think
looking for. Do we finish it, though?
Do you think Showmaker has agreed that he will be part of the poke war?
Look at the flank here from Lucid while Kingan is ending the game. There's not a whole lot of options here for Bro. They need to be decisive, or else they're going to just lose this one. Kingan's going to TP, or rather, be TP'd on. Morgan comes down.
Yeah, that's Meganar. 30 seconds before the dragon spawns. And there's one ward near the dragon. And that's about it for Bro.
It's gone now.
Yes. I didn't want to mention it.
Composition that has a full build Zeri on it, but they're just going to send it to the top lane. That's where they put the address in.
Giga Chad, give Hextech Soul. It's fine. No, they're going
He's on
very
track
late.
to potentially pick up the last one of the season.
Yeah, that was my understanding. He receives the gold as they're gonna ult first mate Fate and Hughes dead. So nice little pick. You know, I think that's like the second time we've seen Vi and LeBlanc put their abilities together. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Alongside of the GP.
All right, Dplus, eyes on the prize.
They've been really focused in this game, but now they've been the most
he's
focused.
only 49 CS away from the double flame horizon.
Yeah, and you know, that's just on the horizon. We do see Lucid going in, the ult flash, and down will go Samber! He didn't exist before, but now he really doesn't exist. Youngjae also gonna have to flash away. And well, DK, they finally agree, we're gonna stop playing with our food, aiming, flashing on top of the enemy team. And they will eventually just clean up the rest of Bro. Bro, a immaculate defense. Just beautiful stuff from them, but at the end of the day, DK just too powerful. And aiming will do 8,000 damage and not die a single time in the game and pick up the POG and the Gold King this week. Congratulations, as DK will take down the Nexus for game number 1.
Damage to champions of...
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
Maybe Pyosik was doing it, playing the Lilia, just diving top, getting damage in. Speaking of which, Lucid is top, as that's going to be the flash already utilized by Morgan, and he just knows he's pretty much dead. He's going to try to go into the alcove, but yeah, he will get the stun down onto Lilia, but it's still going to be a kill. First blood does go over to Lucid. Here comes Palu and Youngjae, flash on in, but now it's a 3v2. Do they have the damage as well, as Fade is going to come on up, but not quite enough to get it done. And now Showmaker is going to join. A big Zeri ultimate onto 3. And he's got a long lane up here as well. The stun going to miss. And do they have the damage to get on this one? As the Rel goes in, Moham going to set this up, and down will go Palu as well. It's a double kill for Showmaker Zeri.
Yep. Pretty happy to
Showmaker would
certify.
follow up to the top side, and we always talk about this, but when skirmishes get a bit risky, Zeri will always come out on top, as Moham in a bit of trouble is going to get hit by the combo of the Varus and the Nautilus, as finally Youngjae will press his ult button and take down Moham. A little while for him to do that, but gets the job done regardless. And so a kill is traded over to Bro.
Yeah, pretty successful. Good to get that onto the Viego. Feels really nice with how well he can also... Very proactive, but I think also very much a pipe dream.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that they really want to make a case to take down this Chemtech Drake, but I just don't see it. But perhaps they see something that we don't. Palu going up top. They have a TP coming in. They want to fight for this big time, as Lucid nearby. He will get the smite down, but the follow-up with a 3-man knockup comes in, and the cannon over the top. That's 2 kills over to the side of Bro. And they do collapse in and kind of even up the gold here.
Yeah. Going to be a TP top here from Fade as well, since the teleport was committed by Morgan to set up for the slicing Maelstrom.
Uh-oh. Well, it's just a free kill. Aiming wanted it. Got stolen by Showmaker, who now has 3 kills.
Yeah. You know, I think it's pretty good for either
So
decisively. If Paulo doesn't die, it feels even better.
Yeah.
As we're just kind of 3v3 in the bottom lane. King in.
Here we go. The barrels are going to land, and now the Slicing Maelstrom utilized. Has to try to get out of this one. Does Morgan, but the flash is in. One more Q. Could do it, and Kingin will shoot him down. Takes down Morgan in a 1v1.
Orange is pretty strong. Having a gun. Big spikes, but see how this starts off is just decides to use the barrel chain here instead of clearing the minions.
He says, I think I got him.
And I got him. And he barely has enough, or barely is able to close the gap there to get that final Q. Bro's starting up this Herald without a ton of control. Showmaker on the flank top side.
Yeah, they also don't have Slicing Maelstrom here, as they're going to get the hook on a Moham, but immediately he's just going to turn and fight. as DK are like, hey, if you want to fight right now, sure, let's go. We're ready to throw down. And Swift Herald is just being toyed with, but it's just going to go the way of Lucid. Paulo goes in, he's very angry about that, but now he's just going to die. As now, Darrell will get the engage on it, and aiming is spinning around a million times a second, as finally we do have Morgan going in with the slicing maelstrom, but it's not quite enough damage. It's just a little bit lackluster at the very end. Some resets will come through for Young Jay, but he will be taken out as well. Another double kill for Showmaker. And man, DK, they said, you want to fight? Let's go.
Another scaling Zeri early. 5 kills for Showmaker. They pick up the eye, what was not able to be picked up in game 1. Don't even need it to take out this mid turret with a decisive team fight win that comes with the Herald. And so 2 turrets.
Barrage the top lane. So he's just getting CS. He's going to go into the Rift Herald and smash into the turret. And Morgan just going to throw a Slicing Maelstrom in there, just desperate to try to survive. But the burn will come in. It's both GP and Lilia burns. And he just disappears, disintegrates into thin air.
Showmaker catches the wave up here. The top barrage did happen, as you mentioned, to help him out. So no cross map for Bro. So a turret, a dragon, and a farming Showmaker. 3 for 3, all 3 parts of the map that Dplus were looking for there. They have 3 turrets in the bank. And we're soon to have aiming on to
items. Big cleaner, and they have done exactly that. Showmaker has a good idea that he is being dove. He's going to spot it as well.
No minions yet. Yeah, it's coming over though. Morgan's ult is also coming up. They're going to have to TP.
Yeah, TP comes in. The hook is going to miss. Showmaker is going to get ulted. Heartbreaker, but he's just living under the turret. Finally gets taken down by a shuriken. And now the turn does come in. Samber also super low, but they do trade onto Kingen as well. And it's a crazy, wacky dive. But it's okay for now for the side of Bro. Aiming, looking for the turnarounds here. As Young Jay will not be getting that one there. Lucid also around and trying to get this fight going and trying to open up the space for aiming as Lucid is incredibly low. In goes aiming. Now he's going to hit that S rank and finally will get the spin onto Young Jay. And it looks like Morgan as well will be run down. The mobility of both the Lilia and the Samira just a bit too much at the end of the day.
And they had to use all their tools to actually dive Showmaker, so there's no way to peel for the Samira anymore. Great hook.
Well, yeah, Lucid just kind of running on in, and he is not going to be punished for it. This Lilia is just so slippery, you can't lock her down, even with the Nautilus. Very frustrating for Bro. And with the Baron spawning, they're just going to, well, do it.
Yep. And, I mean, he had to use his Hourglass earlier, but he's just so slippery, like you say. Even though the hook is fantastic, and he wasn't aware of it, they did have Moham nearby. And now Showmaker's back. And they're going to take Baron on spawn here. And this 6,000 gold lead.
Cherry on top. A lot of circles, a lot of spinning rather when you look at the Lilia and the Samira together. As now, Young Jay, who's ganking who here? He's going to look for Lucid. And the sleep will come in. Lucid gets it onto a couple of guys. Young Jay is going to buffer out of that one. Here comes Morgan, but he is just going to be ulted and killed. So, good effort.
Flank.
Yeah. But that's about it. No more sleeps will come in, but a lot of damage from the Lilia. Now setting up the Samira. Nice ult here from Palu to deny that. But they have damage in heaps from the side of DK as Showmaker comes in on the flank. And Young Jay, he just abandoned ship.
Oh, you picked the Nautilus to ult the Zeri! And once again, CC is used on one target, and then the other target ends up cleaning the fight. This time it's not aiming who cleans up house, but Showmaker. And with the Baron for 40 more seconds, this might be one of our faster games this season. They've got a cannon minion here. They are ripping these Nexus turrets apart.
Yeah, I mean, with the last bits of the Baron, it should be enough, and Moham is going to tank the turret, and the death timers are very low, so DK just going to back out of here, play it safe. Shuriken hits Kingen, who is level 15 in this game, alongside a Lucid, actually, which is kind of crazy.
It's just a messy one. Obviously, the wallets are quite heavy at this point. Like, I don't really need to explain the difference in stats between these carries.
Please read out the gold numbers for us.
41.6 to 53.2.
Thank you. DK is very far. So now that is very obvious, Young Jay is going to die, and, well, DK, they give themselves another opportunity to boost their KDA, and they will get it. It should be a clean ace, although Lucid going to be boomed to smithereens. So will aiming, actually. Crazy amounts of damage coming out from Fate and Morgan, especially without the exhaust. Well, he poked him. That wasn't enough.
Yeah, we'll need the CC to stop the teleport, but you know, he's back at home being like, I don't know if I'm really helping. I don't know if this is actually really going to be enough to actually save the game. May buy some time, but that's about it.
Yeah, he's not able to clear the wave, and I think that is just going to do it. They go in onto Fate. They want 4 kills. There are a couple of guys alive, but if you just hit the Nexus, the game will end. As King is having his fun, but it does not matter. GG, DK.
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say,
Okay.
see you on the next one.